Morning, Matt. Afternoon, Matt. Wherever you are, Matt. Well, I'm hoping for a green day today. Yesterday was, it started off bad. We recovered a lot of it. I mean, if you had, we finished the day a little over $3,500 down after a really bad start. But if you want to check out how we did that, head on over to YouTube. I did the trade recap last night, and I recorded the trades as well. So I've just replayed the trades that were recorded, and it was literally right after I ended the stream. I entered another trade, and it just went up with that was NRBO, and it just rocketed. There you go, mate. I gave back. I tried to go green, but then I gave back an extra grand, and I thought, you know what, 3,500 is better than 26,000. So I'll quit while I'm only slightly behind, and I'll come back tomorrow and live to fight again. So we go again today. The goal is 70K's worth of profit, gross profit this month. Cheers, Luke. Appreciate that. Morning, Phil. Good to see you on the old Twitch. I'm looking at ADTX. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's a reverse split, which is why it's up so high. So it's gone from like literal pennies up to where are we? 29.30 at the moment. But it's above the VWAP, and it's actually moving. So kind of, I'm on the fence with ADTX at the moment. I don't think it's got momentum, but it's I'm watching it. There's nothing else moving at all just yet, so everything else is slow. Cheers, Flossie. Glad to be back. Even brought the M&M snacks from the airport. I think today's going to be one of those days where we've just got to sit and wait and be patient. ATXG. So that was I didn't trade it then. It went. This was the IPO on the last day of August, wasn't it? It went from $31. It opened at $30.95 and went all the way up to over $656. But the volume across the whole day was only 500,000. So this was a bit like HKD a couple of months previous, a few weeks previous. It's a bit like there's a number of these low volume stocks that are just moving big moves. Very risky. With those kind of things, it's a YOLO play. You're going in with whatever you can afford to lose, and you've got no risk management. It's an all or nothing play because the volume is so low, spreads are so high, and I mean even today, actually spreads today not too bad. The spreads are so high, and the moves are so volatile, up and down. It's halted up, halted down, lots and lots of times. So I would say that's what happened with ATXG back on the 31st, so the week before last. It was an IPO. It moved up, and then the day after, on the 1st of September, it moved down and lost pretty much all of its gains the next day. Very much a pump and dump type scenario. If you put this on the daily, you'll see what I'm talking about. It moved up from, it started at $30.95. It went as low as $13, $12.95. Then it went up to $6.56 at the peak. The next day, it had already started selling off overnight. The next day, it opened at $5.75 and went all the way back down to $30. So it pretty much lost all its gains in a day. and it's done nothing since. So that's a classic opening IPO pump and dump. Yeah, absolutely. Very dodgy movement. Like I said with HKD a few weeks ago, I've never seen anything like the way HKD moved in my life. That went from like $13 to $2,600 in the course of a week, and very low volume. It was mental. Well, ADTX on the 5 minute, I wouldn't say huge wicks, but let's go back to the 1 and 5. No, there's nothing else much happening today. It's a very quiet day at the moment. CMRA, let's have a look at CMRA. It's hitting the scanners now. Not green on the day, so it needs to be above the VWAP for me to trade it. You know what, Matt? I think you're probably right. I don't think the blood is out the water yet. Let's just look at the S&P 500. Put it on the 15. So if you look at the S&P 500 here, we've got the CPI data yesterday, and then we just had a sell-off from that moment. We had a little bit of a bear flag form here, and then continued sell-off into the close. So it's since the close, it's pretty flat, give or take, but we're going to get PPI data today, which is the production data, which is going to be very similar. But it's not going to be as impactful as the CPI data yesterday, but it's just going to exacerbate it, and we're going to get a continued sell-off. That's my opinion. I think we probably will sell off for the rest of this week. My opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Is there a PDT rule with capital markets? No, there isn't, T-girls. There's nothing moving at all, Alistair, at the moment. We've got ADTX, which is a reverse stock split, creating a little bit of volatility on that one, but Catalyst, it's not looking great. So it's going to be one of those, watch this space, be patient, I think. NRBO saved my bacon yesterday. So let's see what happens today. What time is the PPI date? I think it's 8:30. I'll double check. So September the 14th, which is today, 8:30. Yeah, so it's going to be in about 20 minutes. That's when the PPI is out, Phil. So watch for that at the bottom of the hour. So we're just finding out that there's TGRLS. I'm based in Ireland, so my contract with capital markets is in Trinidad and Tobago. It's an offshore account. If you're in the US and you want to contract with capital markets or in North America, it's a way to get around the PDT rule being an offshore account. However, as of November last year, yeah, it is actually. I'm going to have to turn that down. It's annoying me. That's better. It's a different playlist, so I don't mind the music being loud. That was too loud. I kind of like jazz, but that was rubbish. So we're finding in the Netherlands you should be fine. So I'm in Ireland, and I'm getting, what we're finding is people who are based in the UK are getting screwed over. It doesn't matter which broker you use, Interactive Brokers, T12. capital markets, people in the UK, since Brexit, since last November. So capital markets implemented or opened a UK office. They acquired a company in the UK last November. So since last November, the UK arm of Capital Markets Elite Group, people who are signing up for that are paying bigger subscription charges for platform and data fees. I think the margin is slightly different as well. It's like 4x as opposed to 6x. This is what I'm finding out. But if you're in the Netherlands, you should be in a similar situation to myself, where you be contracted to the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, and you'll get the 6x leverage. You'll get the a lot lower platform and data fees as well. So Benzinga cost me 90. It works out about 90 quid a month. My capital markets, it cost me 120 quid a month, but I get 90 quid refunded of that. 125 it is. So it's 35 quid is the market data, and that's not refundable. So the 90 quid is the platform fees, and I get that refunded every month. So I don't pay for Dash Trader because I get it through CMEG. So then I pay for TraderView, which costs me 50 quid a month, and I think it's 12 quid a month for TradingView. What else am I paying for off the top of my head? So it's a couple of, but it works out all in. The cost of me trading, it works out about $500 a month in total. Yes, Ryan. I get my calendar for all of that information. I get it with Benzinga. For Benzinga, you can get all of that calendars for relevant data releases, IPOs, earnings releases, all of that kind of stuff across the year. You can filter out if you're using Benzinga. And I recommend, if you're not, then try it out for free for 14 days. See the description. And check out the Benzinga link. Try it for 14 days. There's calendars in there. You filter out what it is that you're actually looking for, and it'll give you either for the month, for the week, whatever you want to do, and you've got all the information to hand. That's one of the things with Benzinga is absolutely it's fantastic. All of the information you need for trading is there, whether it be day trading, as I'm doing, swing trading, I also do, not as prevalent, or if it's just value investing and long-term investing, Benzinga is great for all of that. Because you get all of the data on a company, you pull up the company. So for example, if I pull up ADTX here, which is the top mover, I'll pull this up onto this screen here. So this is the top mover for the current day at the moment. So this is when I press that, this is what I get, and I can see all of this straight away. I can go into what the news on this particular company is. You can see there we've got a reverse stock split, 1 to 50 reverse split. We've got calendar on this particular one, so earnings calendar, and conference calls, IPOs, mergers, anything like that. I can go charts, financials, insider information, key data, all of that. Go back to the overview and scroll down a little bit. I can get SEC filings. And you can actually just click on the link and it will pull up the form. So if I just click that, there you go. That's the actual SEC filing form. So you can get the SEC filings, you can get earnings, you get all of that. It's brilliant. Benzinga really is a fantastic tool. Worth every penny. Check it out for free in the description in YouTube on the live description. Or if you're on TikTok, check it out for free in the link tree. Benzinga, it's well worth its money. And if you do check it out for free and you like it, use my discount code. You'll get at least 35% off. It's 177 is the standard package, $177 a month. So it's quite expensive. So if you are going to subscribe to Benzinga, I would recommend that you take advantage of the discount package and the discount that I can get you. ADTX seems to be the one that's moving, but I'm not convinced with it. It's the only mover at the moment. I'm not just going to take a position just because there's nothing else moving. I need to see it set up. So let's look at the. So for those of you that are new to the stream or saw me yesterday, this moved up pre-market huge. This was AKRO Therapeutics. It moved up pre-market huge, and I lost 10k on this spike here, and I made it back up literally a couple of minutes later, and then I ended up losing 25k. So I was down 25k on this, and I went in on NRBO, and I got in here around 25k, and it was consolidating ish. And I lost about 2k, I think it was, just over $1,000, nearly $2,000 on this, and then it moved up. So I ended the stream here. This is where it was consolidating. I ended the stream here, and the next trade I took, it broke out, and that's why as it broke out, I entered, and it just moved, it rocketed and traded all the way up. Then I got over $20,000 on that move up, and I probably, if I traded this first, I could have got like 5,000 shares or something like this if I traded this first, but because I'd lost so much to start off with, it was like 25, I could have made 100 grand on this. Should have made 100 grand on it, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not gonna your favorite streamer, my favorite fan, and the best looking fan as well. Yeah, that's because of the 1 to 10 split there, Alistair. It's not. I'm not really feeling it, ADTX at all. It just doesn't look set up right for me to trade. And it's not a cheap stock either. You know, it's the spreads are reasonable, but it's up at $30. So if you go in at $30, you really want something that's going to be reliably moving in one direction. You've got good momentum in a particular direction, because if it's choppy like it is right now, and you get in at the wrong moment, it's just going to go against you, and you can lose quite a bit of money straight away. So we've got 12 minutes and the PPI data comes out. So let's see how that crashes the market today. Let's put the S&P 500 on. We've got the S&P 500 below the VWAP at the moment on the 1 minute. Looking at on the 15. It's not really done anything overnight. It kind of sold off the whole day yesterday, and then this little bear flag, if you will, before selling into the close. It kind of gapped up a little bit before this morning, after yesterday's after hours session closed. It gapped up, but it sold off again. So it's looking very weak. It's looking very bearish, and I think that's the direction the market's going to take today. I might be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. No, I wouldn't recommend ADTX. I don't recommend anything. I'm not making stock recommendations, stock picks, or anything like signals or anything like that. Don't blindly follow me. Two reasons for that. One is there's a delay on the stream. There's latency on the stream. It doesn't matter which platform you're watching on: YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, share vision, whatever. There's latency on it. So whatever I've done, I've already done it. So you watch me do it, I've already done it. So there's latency on the stream. If you want to know why I'm getting into a position, and you want to be able to anticipate the moves the way I do, then just join the course and I'll teach you, no problem. But don't copy me blindly. In fact, if you're thinking of day trading, probably the best answer is don't. It's very risky. Most people lose money. Well, NRBO is up at the I'll have a look at that one, Alistair. You've spotting some good ones. Oh, this is moving. Why though? That's the question. Bioaffinity. This moved. This was moved beginning of the month, I think it was. It was IPO on the 1st. Right. So Bioaffinity publishes peer-reviewed results of high throughput flow cytometry use for evaluating lung health in PLO's One journal. Shares spike higher. Interesting. This is due a bounce. It's selling off pretty much since it IPO'd back on the 1st of the month. Let's see. Will we get continued movement with it? It's down back at the VWAP now. High of this candle is 5:30, so we're coming up towards the top of the hour. Needs to break 5:30 for a move back up. Still 8 minutes to the PPI data release. It probably will follow in the same lines as yesterday's CPI data. So don't expect too much in terms of bullish action on the back of it. It might have been priced with the sell-off might have been priced in yesterday, but I think it's just going to exacerbate things. Oh, I missed that little break up. Okay. We'll look for the break of the $0.50. $5.40 on the 2 minute anyway. We'll look for the higher time frames. So this had a hard sell-off yesterday. Moved up briefly. It might be a short day today. Maybe worth looking at shorts today. Let's see why this autoimmune. Why did this sell off so hard after hours yesterday? Oh no, it's this morning. Why did it sell off so hard this morning? Autoimmune shares are trading low after the company announced top-line results from its 12-week phase 1b study of pemvidutide 1 in subjects with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Can't have been good. 2-week phase B clinical trial of subject with achieved primary endpoint. So that's unusual that you get studies achieve their endpoints and achieve their objectives, but then it just sells off, which goes to show that trading the markets is risky. Don't try to anticipate the moves on the markets. Trade the action, not the rumor or the news. If you want to swing trade and you've got a rumor, fine, that can work, but sometimes the reaction is not what you anticipate. Not a lot moving at the moment. It's a quiet morning. How are we fixed on the crypto space? Let's have a look at crypto whilst we've got a quiet period right now, shall we? Okay, so here we go. This is Ethereum, down at under 1600 right now, Ethereum. So this is the 2-hour chart. I'll put it on the, you see how we, not too long ago we were up there at 1700. Bitcoin is just above 20k. So we've had that massive sell-off after yesterday's CPI data has affected the whole markets, the Bitcoin, all crypto in fact. You look at, we had a similar sell-off with Cardano, which is not as severe, but it's all there. XRP, Ethereum, there's been a lot of positive news around Ethereum and the merge today, this month. So yeah, crypto following the markets at the moment. Hey, same thing. How you doing? Well, right now we're kind of struggling with things to trade. There's nothing really jumping out. We've got two stocks. That's it. ADTX, not really fancying it. It's the result of a stock split. We've got a bit of volatility. ADTX, we've got a little bit of volatility as a result of this reverse split. So if you had 50 shares, you've now got one, which is worth a lot more. And then Biofinity. So Biofinity is a recent IPO from earlier in the month and had a good catalyst based on a study results. So clinical studies. Well, that seems to have peaked and is now pulling back. So we've got a bit of a flag formation on the 5 minute, possibly even on the 2 minute. So let's watch that. It's below the VWAP, so it needs to get above the VWAP for me. So if it keeps falling, it needs to hold $5, get back above 520 for me. If it's cheers, Ronan. It's good to be back. Oh, too late for that same thing. I had losses yesterday, and I lost 3.5k yesterday. It was worse. It was much worse at one stage, but we managed to claw a lot back. So we've started the month red. We need to get green today. That's the thing. But I suppose my problem yesterday is I wasn't adhering to my basic strategic principles. I just came in and started shooting for the fences straight away. So maybe jet lag, maybe distractions from, other things caused me not to have my trading hat on properly yesterday. So it happens. Happens to the best of us. I'm not saying I am the best. top 3 for sure. Maybe not the best. Right, let's get the news ticker up on the SPY, shall we? Wait for this PPI data to come out. Okay, so options trading are all bearish on the SPY, it looks like. For PPI, here we go. Here's the data coming out now. PPI year over year for August, 7.3% versus the expected 7.1, so it's higher than expected. Similar to the CPI results yesterday, year over year for August in the USA is 8.7 versus 8.8 estimate. So that's slightly lower. So it's mixed results. 9.8 last month. So year over year PPI for August 0.1 negative versus, so it's pretty much flat. So let's see, it doesn't seem to be impacting the market too much right now. Month over month from August, from August to from July to August. So this is the core PPI coming out right now. All the PPI data all coming out in real time. Although I say real time, it's slightly delayed for you guys because, for obvious reasons, stream is delayed. Okay, let's see how that affects the S&P 5. Are we getting a sell-off? Probably not really. A bit of a sell-off. Let's see if it continues. Well, this could send the markets red. We're up at 394s on the SPY. Now approaching 392s. Well, the sell-off isn't as severe as it was yesterday, which is, I suppose, a bit of a blessing. Yesterday was blood in. It was a bloodbath. It really was. Blood in the water. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. Let's have a look at bioaffinity. Are you moving back up again? It's back above the VWAP, which is interesting. Get another mover. I'm trying to move its way back up after a huge sell-off this morning, first thing. Yeah, so 7 o'clock, it went up to 22.50. It's now down to, so it's lost 50% in the space of 90 minutes, based on those clinical studies. Which is what I keep telling everybody, these low float stocks, a lot of them are garbage companies, let's face it. They're the reason why they're priced at this level. But particularly in bioscience, if the market doesn't react well to a clinical study or a patent or a news, FDA catalyst or whatever it is, they can lose huge amounts. We're talking over a matter of minutes. In the same way, they can also gain huge amounts across the course of a day. So the volatility in these bioscience companies, you can make a lot of money with them, but you can also lose a lot of money if you don't manage your risk effectively. So just be careful with them. Is anybody watching anything in particular? Who's holding bags on something from yesterday or last week? Let me know. Is there something you want me to take a look at? Let me know in the chat. Based on today's PPI data that we've just seen released, do you think the market will rebound after yesterday's sell-off, or do you think we'll continue to sell off? Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, saw it, Harrison. So we're looking at this. High affinity. We missed the entry at 525 for the break of the VWAP. And then I missed the break of the $0.50 as well. So next entry point, I would say 570. Current high of days is 568, so we're looking at 570. It's not looking that strong. It's there's a potential here, but so right now 569, 570 is the next entry for me on here. It's not advice, not financial advice. Don't sue me if you take a position and lose money. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, on a pullback, if it's looking strong, yeah, I would look at, which is what I'm looking at right now. We've had the pullback, we just need the continuation. So we're looking for the continuation. But right now, it just doesn't look too strong to me. I mean, we had this initial move up, pullback, this move up. That's a nice strong move. That's a good clean move. But right now it's just consolidating. So that's double topped at 68. There we go. Let's see what we can get out of this, if anything. Spreads are okay. It's like 1-2 cent spreads. They're not bad. The question is, what's your target on this? For me, 10 cents is probably going to be sufficient. We'll look for 15, 590. Lock that in. So got 15 cents on that move. Got $300, which is a nice start. Not deliberately not going to swing for the fences. Base hits. I'm just waiting now for the break of $6. Whole dollars, very psychological levels. Oh, you're going to find resistance, and let's find it. We've had resistance at $6 back in what was that? The 8th. $6.37, 6.20. So this $6 level is a kind of a key level and needs to break $6. We've got a bit of a shooting star, falling star, or whatever you want to call it there. That's a reversal indicator. We need to fill that wick, or it could, you know, have a bit of a pullback. Did get rejected at 6, so I need to see it break $6 before it's then viable for me again. It's not, I'd say, it's not moving quickly enough. It's not, the volatility is not at the level I want for trading ideally, but look, it's the best we've got at the moment. Hey, Super Chip. Didn't see you there. Welcome back. A few reversal indicators on the 5, on the 1, on the 6, on the 2. So across 3 different time frames, reversal indicators right now. So I'll wait for the pullback and then potentially look for the next move up for the break of $6. There's not much else worth trading. This is the only stock, so the likelihood is we're going to get good volume because all the retail traders are probably going to be watching this one stock. And in terms of volume right now, relatively speaking, we're not quite at what the average is, but it is a recent IPO, so I wouldn't let that deter you. We're about half relative volume in terms of 5.2, and we're currently 2.8, so a little better than half relative volume, but it is pre-market. So by the end of the day, it will have better relative volume. We've got the doji on the 5-minute still. In what sense, Super Chip? Level 2 is telling me what the bids, orders, and what the bid and the asks are, and what orders are set up. So now we're getting the pullback, which we got all the reversal indicators. We're getting the break of $6. If we can break $6 and hold, it's it could continue. We do have higher resistance over the last couple of days. This is a key level. We're still waiting for the break of 6. Bioaffinity. For those of you that are unfamiliar with bioaffinity, which is probably most of us, it is a recent IPO from the beginning of the month. I think it went live on the exchange on the 1st of the month. Is it the 1st of the month? Yeah, the 1st of September it went live. Now, the catalyst on this one is that company announced publication of its research on flow symmetry analysis of sputum in PLOS1, which I think is a medical journal. Well, you're a braver man than me there, Nereus, but good luck to you. I think you could be on a good one. I'm looking for a break of 5. Pulling back right now, but really I want the break of 6. A couple of red candles on the 2-minute chart, then a green. This is another red candle. Couple of red candles on the 5-minute chart. So next candle to make a new high on the 5 minutes is probably where I'm going to be looking to enter, which is either going to be $6, the break of $6, or where are we on this one? This is 86. So yeah, I'm still looking for the break of $6. Am I trading Tesla? I'm not trading Tesla. I'm not at all. I can take a look at Tesla for you though. It's a big sell-off yesterday with the market CPI data. So look at this on the 15 minutes. This is Tesla. Massive sell-off. However, the difference between Tesla and the wider market, it did have a bounce into the at the open and pretty much traded sideways across the day. Whereas the rest of the market sold off. So Tesla looking a little bit stronger than the wider market, but the big sell-off yesterday, it's just sideways choppy at the moment. That's Tesla. Currently trading at 291. Dash Trader is the platform that I use with Capital Markets Elite Group, John. So do your research, buddy. Well, I think you need to work out what's happening with the time and sales. Okay. Yesterday, it was a red day. Yesterday, Penn State. Come here. You've got eye snot. Good girl. Oh, we're at 2,300 likes already. I know what you've come for. Another 700 likes and you get your treat. That's on Friday though, T-Box. So quad witching is to do with options and options expiries, and it's quad witching Friday on this coming Friday. All right, let's go back to Bioinfinity on the 1 minute. It's trying to make its way back up. It's consolidating right now. There's not a lot moving really. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the break of $6 on this now. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. If it breaks 6, if something else comes along with a bit more momentum, then fine. But otherwise, we're just waiting for the break of $6. Facebook would have sold off yesterday as well with the rest of the market. It did, big time. So massive sell-off, and Facebook isn't strong enough to resist. It's not like a Tesla. It's not strong enough to resist. Look at this on the 15. It's did exactly what the market did. Then you've got the little bear flag, and then a continued sell-off into the close. Let's look at some of the other big stocks that make up the market. AMD, same sort of thing. Microsoft. Don't worry about these particular stocks. This is not a sign of weakness of the stock itself. This is an overall market weakness. So if you're in these long term, a lot of these big high cap stocks are still good bets, good investments, but they move with the market. So if the market's bearish, then the movement with these stocks is bearish, and they may have days like on earnings where they will go against the general trend and be quite bullish. It's probably an even split on that, Nereus. It's probably half and half, I would say. That's T-Box. I would agree with you on these. If you're invested long term, it's buy the discount. Although the discount really was a couple of months ago, but yeah, it's an opportunity for discount buying. You've got September sale on. Yeah, I think we're not done with the bear market yet. We had the bear market rally from July, well, from June through to mid-August, and then we've just been capitulating since then. So I don't think we're done with the bear market just yet. It'll probably get towards Christmas, in my opinion, before we get out of this and out of recession. And anyone in America that thinks you're not in recession just because the Fed says you're not, sorry, but you're in recession. They're playing with semantics, and quite frankly, I don't buy it, and I don't think the rest of the world does either. And to be fair, we do get stocks moving bullish when it is a bear market. So it's not like we can't find stocks to trade to the long side. The problem with trying to trade stocks to the short side depends on your broker, of course, and if you're trading the stocks themselves or if you're trading CFDs. If you're trading CFDs, then you're not actually buying the stocks. Some brokers will allow you to trade CFDs, which won't so much impact the price action. So you could take, if you're trading CFDs, it's not going to impact the price action so much because you're not actually buying the underlying commodity. So just be careful if you're on a broker that is trading CFDs as opposed to the actual equity itself. There is a big difference. Oh, is he back, is he? It's late. Alistair, when we had who was the other one that was like that, not on YouTube but on TikTok? It's probably the same guy. What's his name? Snooze. He was another one. I was saying earlier, sometimes the market is just fickle. I would have thought that would have been a bullish see if we can break 12. There we go, we're at 12. Be interested in, well, if it breaks 12, potentially looking at, put that on here. Gonna pull back. The next break of highs will be $12. Cheers, Dylan. I'm going to set my goal at, right now, 3,000. 3,200, that's my goal today. Which is 10% of my equity. So, which is normally what I should be doing. And then as I grow the account, I look for a 10% gain on a daily. And then stop. So you're absolutely right. But fair play to you for looking out for me, Dylan. Currently, I'm 10% of my 10%. So I'm 10% of my goal right now. No, absolutely, totally agree with you. Discipline is key. If you've got a strategy, you need to be disciplined around executing against your strategy. And if you've not going to be disciplined, what's the point of having a strategy anyway? And that was me yesterday. To be fair, I shouldn't have been trading yesterday, if I'm being honest. I was still jet lagged. I've had 2 nights where I've had a good night's sleep last night, a good night's sleep the night before. Still jet lagged a bit yesterday, but I feel okay today. So you find that you're not asked to operate heavy machinery if you're feeling if you're jet lagged, if you're drinking cough medicine or anything like that. Any profession where it requires concentration, if you're not mentally alert enough, you shouldn't be doing it. And trading is one of those professions. Let's have a look at that for you, Chester. Blue Apron, this moved back in August, a few times back in August. It moved earlier this last week, I think it was. Well, it's There's no movement at the moment for Blue Apron. There's no volume. So by all means keep watching it, Chester, but there's nobody trading it right now. 68,000 shares traded today so far. There's just nobody trading it. Good man, Kai. Glad to see that you managed to get in. Nice little VWAP bounce here. Because it broke the VWAP, it consolidated, came back, bounced on the VWAP, and then moved up. So lovely little VWAP bounce there. Just not convinced with any of these at the moment. Affinity. So we pretty much got out at the right spot there. When we saw the exit indicators, it's just pulled back and consolidated since then. So again, that's down to discipline. You know, do you the exit indicators? Well, I'm still waiting for the question, Dylan. Truthful question, because it won't make a difference in your life. Do you recognize me in and out of stream? What? What's the question? I'm not sure there's a question there, buddy. I can have a look at for you. Nicola, I've not traded nickel for a long time. So Nicola's 519. The range isn't great. ATR on this is like 1 cent. 1.4 cents is the ATR. So it's below the VWAP. I would say there's not, from an intraday trading perspective, there's just not enough volatility on Nikola at the moment. It's a big float stock as well. So it's 3.2% up. For me, I won't be trading it. There's just not enough volatility. There's volume, but then there always is. Relative volume, probably not. I'll be staying away from that. But do your own due diligence. I always recognize. I all the regulars on the streams there, Dylan. I recognize them. There's a whole bunch of them. Let's face it, quite a few of them are in my Discord as well, or the Day Trade with Tony Discord, and it's no, you know, if you contribute to the streams enough, then I will recognize you. It's simple as that. Morning, Squibby. Oh, I've not fed the dog. Miyako. Come on. You're a nice little fat one. The fat one is your fat. You've got to stand up for it and earn it, okay? There's a good girl. Next one at 5,000, okay? Yeah, trading is it is, and this is why I started the stream earlier this year, anyways, because trading is you can be quite isolated. The isolation, from a mental health perspective, it can be quite taxing, because not only have you got the stress of dealing with the markets, winning, losing, making money, making losses, whatever. The isolation is real, and that's a big thing, which is one of the reasons I started the stream in the first place. And it's just, we're building up a nice community here. You always get a few idiots like, what's his name, John that was on earlier, and Snooze. But look, easy way to deal with those is just exit them, you know? Yes, she just had a treat there, buddy. You just missed it. But isolation in trading, you're absolutely right, Phil. It can be quite taxing mentally and emotionally, for that matter. But it's good to have like-minded people around you that are either interested in the markets or are like-minded traders that either trade in a similar way or are looking to understand how to trade, or maybe they can add to the community, and we can share ideas and things. You know, I'm not the best trader in the world, top 3 of course, but I'm not the best trader in the world, so I'm constantly looking for new angles and new ways to you know, get an edge on the market if I can. So, you know, certain people on a regular basis, I'm actually getting people recommending various different technical indicators, and most of the technical indicators are doing similar things. The lagging indicators, they're telling us that the price action has just gone, which is fine. But if that's what you're doing, if you're relying purely on a technical indicator, you're going to lose money. I'll have a look at that for you, Chester. ADTX. So the reason that ADTX gapped up in the first place is it's a 50-to-1 reverse stock split. If you had 50 shares, you've now got 1, which has gone from literal pennies up to like $30. But it has had a bit of volatility. It's been up and down above and below the VWAP. We've got range of about 28, an ATR of about 29 cents, which is not too bad, 29 cents. So there's potential with it, but it's below the VWAP right now. I would need to see, it's trading sideways, kind of choppy, so it's probably not something that I'm interested in trading right now, ADTX. Good luck if you are going to trade it. It doesn't look to me like it's going to go much over $32. It looks like it's going to kind of range around this between 27 and 32 for the rest of the day. So if you want to trade the range, by all means. I know some people enjoy doing that, but for me, it doesn't look like it's got enough volatility or indeed volume right now either. Take a look, Bruno. Thoughts on this right now? 41.22. It's very choppy sideways. This again, I think this is a recent IPO from back in the end of August. But for me, the lack of volume means there's no intraday trading going on here. Not for me, at least, anyway. Very, very low. Well, for a $40 stock and the ATR is only 13 cents. Speaks volumes. But there's nobody trading it. It's like 7,000 people, 7,000 shares been traded all day. So SHPH right now, if you want me to comment on do I think it's a long-term play, I'd have to look more into the company. But based on purely technicals, it's just choppy sideways, low volume, not really something I could get behind from an intraday trading perspective. Well, this is where we made our comeback, was NRBO. I know you said NROB, but NRBO is where we made our comeback yesterday. And then it sold off after later in the day. So when it started to sell off, I actually lost another 1,000 on it. So that's when I gave up. How did I do yesterday, Kinga? It was a red day yesterday, 3,500 yesterday. So it was worse. We were down over $20,000 just shortly after the open. In fact, during pre-market, I went down $10,000, then was up $2,000 about 5 minutes later. It was just a very choppy day yesterday, and CPI results didn't. CPI numbers didn't help with that, but very choppy day yesterday. I'll keep an eye on that because it has movement, but the spreads were shocking yesterday. They're actually, the spreads now are shocking. They're over $1 a share on the spreads. So you could take 1,000 shares of this, and you're already down $1,000. Well, I think if you were paying attention to the wider markets, we all knew what was going to happen with the CPI results. We all knew that the CPI data was going to be bad, and puts on the futures, on the indexes, on the SPX or any of the other indexes was a good option. So well played, Kinga. What's the overall market like before the bell? Well, it's kind of sideways. Let's look at it on the 15. You can see a better. See this big sell-off after the CPI yesterday, and then it's just sideways since the close. So we're currently 0.25% up, 25 base points up on the S&P 500. We're 30 base points up on the Nasdaq. It's kind of sideways at the moment. I don't see any strength there right now. I think, personally, I think it'll continue selling off, or best case scenario, it's going to be sideways, choppy all day. So that's my opinion, Matt. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's just the opinion of a fat bloke on the internet. That's all. So, very quiet market this morning. Nothing really moving. Got Biofinity consolidating up there around the $6 mark. Really needs to break 6 to be bullish. Yesterday's IPO sold off all day yesterday. What will it do today? So this was put it on the 60 minutes. So you can see it opened up yesterday, 11 a.m. sold off. It moved up and then sold off. So that was wearable devices. We've got a couple more IPOs tomorrow, but no IPOs today, so don't have to worry about that. Yes, this is yesterday's IPO. I'll keep a watch on it to see if we get any movement. Not really hopeful on that. I'm just going to see what happens at the bell, which, by the way, is in 15 minutes time. Well, less than 15 minutes. Oh, good stuff. Actually, yes and no, King. So earlier in the year, IPOs were a bit hit and miss. Whereas last month, we had so many IPOs that just rocketed. And some of those were on low volume as well. So we had that HKD was an IPO that it's actually a SPAC merger, but you get the drift. And that went from $13 up to $2,600, which I've never seen that kind of action in my life. Yesterday we had a few IPOs that really went big, starting off at like $5-6 and going up to like $120. So yeah, with IPOs last month we had some really good IPOs, and it's this time of year where you get some IPOs that are worth keeping an eye on, so particularly on the tech sector. If they've got good projects, if they've got good products, and they hit the markets, and they've been good community around them. If there's interest, the thing is with IPOs, get in, get out. Unless you're a really big fan of the company, get in, ride the momentum, get out quickly. Don't hold it, because you get people. The volatility of an IPO can be huge. It'll move up and it'll sell off just as quickly the next day, and it'll be up and down for a while before it at least settles on its fair market value. And Biofinity here at $6. It on the 8th last week, it closed. It went up to 640, closed at 563. So on the 6th, we got up to 659. So $6 is a big level for Biofinity. It did go as high as 1550, 1555 on its opening day, but quickly sold off again. No problem at all, Kingy. You're always going to be welcome. Well, guys, I can't control the market, and unfortunately, we're reliant on the market to make these streams as interesting as possible. The data's out already for PPI. Read yesterday the CPI data. Very little volatility in the market today, at the moment, pre-market. That's not to say that's not going to change after the bell. We've got 10 minutes to find out. Good luck to you as well, Kinga. Oh, same thing. I thought you was calling me a name then. I thought you was upset with me for some reason. Again, this is very, very choppy. There's nobody trading this at all at pre-market. There's 352 shares been traded. So I don't know where you got this one, or whether you've been... I don't know where you got this one from, but very, very... the range is not great at all. And we're talking 3 cents on the average true range. So if you look at the ATR, and I always recommend, and I do recommend using ATR as a good guide. If you're unsure at where to put your stops and what your take profit is, look at what the ATR is. And your take profit should be around your ATR and your stop at half the ATR or something like that. But when you've got 3 cents, 3.5 cents as your ATR, it just shows it's ranging sideways. There's very little movement there. And the fact that 352 shares have been traded in the whole session, say there's nobody trading it. So there's no trades there, unfortunately, on that one, same thing. change after the bell. I've seen things not make any trades, zero trades in the out of hours session, and then go absolutely bananas after the bell and go like 200%, gain 200% in the space of half an hour. Can't see that happening with that one now. From here. I don't like that. Just really struggling for stocks to trade today. How's Alt doing? Did it break 12? No, it never did. Well, we've got anything on AMC. AMC's been quiet for a while, actually. And you can see that. It's just choppy, very... Again, the ATR here is like 1 cent. So, it's very choppy. Not much happening. I mean, it gapped down with when the wider market gapped down there last month, but it gapped down when it released the APE shares. People thought it was a stock split. It wasn't. It was a stock dividend, but the market didn't take kindly to it. So that's what AMC is doing right now. It's under $10, $9.69 right now. Low volatility. AMC, to say that AMC is in pre-market only traded 377,000 shares speaks volumes. This is one of the meme stocks that would trade literally thousands, you know, hundreds of thousands, not millions of shares pre-market. AMC's just lost a bit of a bite at the moment. It might be the calm before the storm. I'm sure all the apes are hoping it is, but it's not looking very strong at the moment. In fact, let's have a look at GME since they're split as well. So GameStop, again, nobody trading it. 29,000 shares traded pre-market. It does tend to be a little less well traded in out of hours sessions, but it's very sideways. For a you know, close to a $30 stock with an ATR of 6.5 cents, it's not. What you going to do? So the meme stock seems to have actually Bed Bath & Beyond. What happened to that after your guy took his nosedive? That didn't go down well, I don't think. Bed Bath & Beyond's at 8.57. So it's probably still highly shorted. All the meme stocks doing nothing, just consolidating really sideways. Not really doing anything. Then again, I don't think anything's doing anything at the moment. So 5 minutes to the bell, I'll go and get my beverage, my trading beverage. You all know what that is. Well, NRBO hitting the momentum scanners, relatively low volume. Keep an eye on this because of its move yesterday. We'll also keep an eye on this one, but it's just gone green on the day. Had big gains pre-market yesterday. 20-cent spreads, so just be careful of the spreads. Do you know what, Matt? You're probably right. At this moment in time, you probably have got more energy than the market. It's a sad state of affairs when that's the case, though. A tiger's blood. Wasn't it Charlie Sheen that was drinking tiger's blood at one stage, just before he had his meltdown? Or during the time he had his meltdown? Tiger's blood or something along those lines? Nice one, Alistair. Still waiting for that to break $12 for me. Got a number 2 next to your name there, Alistair. I think that's you must be in the top 2 TikTok traders at the moment. You're doing really well. You must have had a really good mentor, that's all I'm saying. Don't know where you learned how to trade, but you're doing really well. Fair play to you. Yeah, I saw it touch 12, but didn't quite get over it. It's touched it a couple of times now, so... Let's go back, have a look at alt. So, got this kind of flat top formation here, 12. I did say it wanted to get above 12. Oh, it did get briefly above 12 just a couple of minutes ago, so I missed that one. 12 and hold. Here we go. I've got the momentum really that I'm looking for. If it breaks 12, great, but am I going to get the rate? Let's see. Right, where's my scanners? What's all? I'll wait for the scanners to show something. I'm not going to trade anything this first 5 minutes. Let's watch the opening 5-minute candles. Probably right there, Alistair. Biofinity, trying to go upwards. Needs to get, like I said before, it needs to get over $6 for me. So we had that 609, but $6 is the key level for me. Just tapped 12 with alt again. That just tapped 12 again. Just there's no momentum, is what I'm saying. I'll just wait for the momentum coming. AKRO selling off, big sell off. Oh, ouch. NRBO, massive sell off on NRBO as well. Oh. Looks like we're going to sell off on the markets as well. The overall market, SPY's Downwards, just broke below the VWAP. Alt, not really doing anything. High affinity, trying to move up. Break $6, I could be interested. Other than that, let's just see what the market gives us. Be patient. Sometimes, look, I'll walk away with $300 if I have to. And that's not often you hear me say that, and it's not often I will actually do that, granted. But if there's nothing really setting up, I'm not going to trade. Sometimes it's better to just sit on your hands and wait for the opportunity. And if the opportunity doesn't come, you've not lost anything. Be disciplined about what you're trading, guys. Plan your trades and trade your plan. That's what they say. Well, a lot of spikes down. Our first halt, volatility halt. Expected to resume at 9:38. Let's have a look at that one. GPCOU. What is that one? GPCOU. Probably very low volume. Yeah. Look, you can't trade that. But it's halted. Go figure. Golden Path Acquisition Company. In the realms of desperation if you're trying to trade something like that. Alts broke above $12. Just not seeing the volatility to. Oh, we're now up. Was 12.50 maybe. AKRO trying to make a comeback. Affinity is right down at the bottom edge of that opening range to make new lows maybe. ADTX selling off. I'm surprised it didn't hold up there about $27, but either way that's not good for trying to trade. So ADTX halted downwards. That's a downwards halt. Let's have a look at halt. Oh, just no volatility right now, guys. So we'll just continue to sit, listen to this beautiful lo-fi jazz music, keep us entertained while we're waiting for an opportunity to present itself, and at some stage during the day we'll get an opportunity. Don't blow your wad in the first 5 minutes just because nothing's moving. Don't take a boredom trade. Remember, do as I say, not as I do, because you've seen me take boredom trades so often. It's not good for you. Not good for your bank manager either, or your broker. You blow your account up, your broker gets no more commissions. Just think of it that way. So AKRO looking to go green. Just not feeling this right now. Big wicks on both sides. Looking at the 5-minute chart, and it's just choppy. Let's have a look at yesterday's IPO. Wild's massive sell. So this one was wearable devices, and went from 270, it's down at 240s. So probably not looking to be a bullish day today. That's my Night Rider theme tune impression, in case for the older generation, the Gen Xers amongst us. KIT. Prize for whoever tells me what KIT stands for in the Night Rider series. No Googling. If you know, you know. The acronym KITT. Does anybody recall what KIT, the acronym KIT, meant or was? It was a car, but that wasn't the acronym. The name of the car, the talking car, the sentient talking car, it was KIT, K-I-T-T, which is the acronym of this stock now, Nauticus Robotics. No? Anybody? Anybody know? Anybody? No? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? It was Knight Industries 2000. And there was an evil version which was called CAR, which was K-A-R-R. I know the acronym to that as well, but I'm just showing what a geek I am from the 80s. I was looking at that earlier. It's very small, a much lower price one. Had a good move up this morning from around 7:30. Good news catalyst as well. It's below my floor, so I won't be trading it. But if you like these lower price stocks, it's got a decent catalyst and could move a fair bit. This is SciSpark. I think I traded this back in March. Up around $6, $7 or whatever it was. But SciSpark. So if you want to trade this, Harrison, it does have a good catalyst. Just wait for the right setups. Right now, 1.3. Anything less than that, it's bearish. Well done, Chesty and NRBO. Bonus points if you can tell me what the acronym CAR was, which was the evil version of KIT. There was another one which was a truck, was called Goliath, and that was just because he was. I really need to get a life. I really needed to have got a life back in the 80s when it was one of my favourite programs. The Hoff back in his heyday. Free Baywatch, by the way. Mega 80s perm on his head. I'm not missing out on alt at all. The alt's here. I'm just not feeling alt. I've got alt on the watch charts here anyway. Just waiting for it, because alt's moving up, but it's not moving up with any kind of volume or with any kind of volatility. It's just moving up steady, and I'm looking for something I can make some quick gains on. I might take a position. Up for a bounce. Maybe get 1350 on this. Looking for 1350 here. 25 cents is what I'm after. Well, we tapped it on the ask. Somebody knows how to use Google, don't you, Edison? But Chesty, fair play to you. Is Pagaya back at it? Have a look at Pagaya in a moment. Twitch Demon Blood. That's an interesting name. Looks like, I think that's what I'm drinking right now. '80s tragic, absolutely. Between Knight Rider, Airwolf, the A-Team, Street Hawk was another one. That was probably less of a, more of a niche was Street Hawk, but Knight Rider, Airwolf, and the A-Team in particular were essential viewing for any child of the '80s. Right, that was Charlie Sheen, I think, that one, wasn't it, Chesty? Very young Charlie Sheen, if I remember rightly. Oh God, I'm showing my nerd off today. I'll have a look at Pagaya in a minute there, Matt. Still waiting for this to get to 1350. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll trust your judgment on that one there, Matt. And you're on time, Alt. This is exciting viewing for the viewing public. Not that I'm doing this for the viewing public, but that's beside the point. NRBO is testing $30 as well. It's up at $29. Current session high 1350 on the ask. And cheers, scalper. Yeah, I had a great, had a lovely break. Better than I anticipated. Fantastic, in fact. Go on, Altimmune, do as you're told. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We're back up there. We're back up towards the 30s. This time. $13.25. Pretty much where we're in at. So we'll break even at the minute. But take, well. Yeah, NRBO up there at 28s. First 5-minute red candle in a while on this one. I just bought the dip. Yeah, I can see that. Up at 637. Bioinfinity. Took a while. It was only 20 minutes before we started to see some action. That's 637 on Bioinfinity. Halted up. Well, if you're in that, Kai, you've done well. Good stuff, Phil. Glad to see you making money. Always the case. When I'm losing money, you guys are always making money. So I'm going to have to lose more just for you guys. Because I'm generous like that. You should all thank me. No problem, Kareem. It's good to be back, buddy. we go. Back up 13, test 13 and back over 13 and we'll be good. That's 95, 98. There we go. Here we go. Had to have been quick there. To lock some in there, and I'm going to put a 20-cent stop in place. I need to cancel that and put a trailing stop in place, I think. When it starts to move back up. There we go, 20-cent trailing stop. Let's see how much we can make on this. So we're finally got the breakout above 1350, which is what I was looking for, but a bit of patience. So not a bad way, $3,300, and that's me hit the goal for today. I did say earlier in the stream before pre-market, I said my goal today was 3,200, and I've made 3,350. So we're ahead of goal already. I'm happy with that. Keep an eye on this one. Got a pull back for another entry. It continues to move up. I think we could get $20 if it potentially continues to move up. A good catalyst. Why it sold off, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen it lots of times, Kai, where the market sells off on good news and then it rallies a little bit later. This is why you don't, the market can be completely illogical. It is not something that you want to try and second guess. And it can stay illogical and irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Just remember that. The market can be fickle at times. All right, here we go. Looking for the break of a $0.75. Oh. Current high of day is 1390. Looking for a new high. Got it. Got it. Didn't last. Let's see what we can get. Can we get $14 here? Lock a bit more in there. Put a 10-cent trailing stop in. That's going to be too short because the spreads are like 5 cents, but as much as 5 cents. But look, it is what it is. break $14. I might get a nice little win out of this. Okay, so 4,600. Maybe I can get my actual daily goal, which is 5,000. I need 400 more. I'll wait for a pullback. Did Bioinfinity ever resume? It did. Pulling back a little bit here. Alt. I can get another 400 out of Alt. I will call it a day. There's 100 more. We'll put trailing stop in there to give me that extra 100. That'll do. I'll have hit my 5,000 daily goal, and that's me done trading for the day. I'm just keeping it simple for now. Build the account back up. So I've got 2,500 shares in here. I've got a trailing stop. There we go. So 5,225. That's me done for the day. I'm going to walk away. I'll stick around for the rest of the stream for half an hour, but I'm not trading now. I'm going to lock my montage and be disciplined about it. There we go. No more trading for me today. How disciplined am I? Not saying I'm the most disciplined trader on TikTok, but or Twitch or YouTube, top 3 maybe. Well, today at least. So that's half an hour's work. When did I take my first trade? Yeah, I took one at pre-market Bioinfinity at 8:38. So if I take 8:38, it's an hour and a half's work. Not bad. You smash your daily goal and walking away again, Alistair. That's exactly what you need to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing today as well. I've locked my montage. I've hit my daily goal. To be fair, there's not a huge amount of things moving. There is some momentum. I mean, Bioinfinity now is looking very tasty. But what I would say about Bioinfinity is actually it's looking good. Nice little flag setup there. But not the best. Top 3, Alistair. Just remember that. Alt. Let's continue to look at Alt. That's pulled back. So we got out at the right time. Let's pull back a little bit now. You're promoting me now, are you? What, from top 3 to top 2? Bioinfinity's pulling back. Alt's pulling back. Oh, do you know what? I think that's me done. How many people have we got? 25 there. We've got We've got as many people on YouTube as we have on TikTok, so it's a good stream today. Good. If there's any particular stocks you want me to take a look at whilst I've hit my goal for the day, let me know. I'll take a look. I'll give a bit of commentary and let you know my thoughts. If you want to learn how to trade and make $5 a day, I'm not saying you will, but there are certain people on the day trading with Tony course that are doing that, not just myself. So by all means, check out the links in the description or in the link tree if you're on TikTok. And if you want to know, in fact, let's do that whilst we've got a few minutes, shall we? Okay. So this is let me say, where are we? So this is my TikTok window here, my TikTok chat, what am I actually doing? And if you click on my ugly mug here, you'll come through to my profile and you click the link tree. It says link tree TikTok trader, because that's who I am. I am the TikTok trader. Okay, you get a splash screen, go through anyway. Sometimes you don't get the splash screen. Now, if you're on YouTube or ShareVision or wherever, you'll get these exact same links in the description. So if you want to reach out to me here. You can reach on me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Reach out to me direct. You can email me direct. I answer all queries, all questions, no problems at all. If you want to learn how to trade, then come and join Day Trade with Tony. You get access not only to the course, but the private Discord. You get access to the Discord for life. We've got a full community of traders there that are sharing their knowledge, sharing their assessment of the market as well. This is the syllabus for Day Trade with Tony. And John, if you're still watching, then keep scrolling down. When you get to this, you'll see that I am profitable. I've got my trader view reports here. I've got my broker statements here. So 6 months of them, by the way, the first 6 months of the year. I will be adding more to that as well. I'll only keep 6 months up at a time, but I'll have it rolling, because with September I'll put July and August in there as well. Makes me look a little bit better because they were 2 great months. Yeah, check that out. It's only 140 bucks a month, 120 plus tax, depending where you're from. So it might only be $120. It might be $150. I don't know what your tax is like in your jurisdiction, but it's $120 plus tax. You get full access to the Day Trade with Tony course. You get some best-selling trading ebooks from best-selling trading authors. You've got this bonus swing trading section as well, because what you're going to do with your gains from day trading is swing trading and investing. That's what you're going to do. How do you find stocks to trade? Well, I use Benzinga. So if you're wondering what Benzinga is these scanners here. This is only part of Benzinga, but I use Benzinga on a daily basis to find stocks that are moving. You get news, you've got signals, real-time news alerts, real-time signals. You can set it up for IPOs. You can see what the IPOs are happening, earnings, everything that you need to be a trader or an investor in terms of information you can get from Benzinga. If you've not tried it, try it out for free. Just start your free trial on this link here. And if you do like it, come back to my link tree and use the Day Trade with Tony's 35. So DTWT 35, and you get 35% off. It is quite expensive, I will say, if you don't use a discount code. It's about $177 a month. If you go for the monthly option, it gets cheaper if you go for longer terms. But either which way, if you go for a monthly, quarterly, or annual option, you can get 35% off the whole piece by using this discount code at checkout. But try it out for free for 14 days. You don't even need a credit card. You just use your email address. I mentioned Trader View there when I was talking about my statistics down at the bottom here on the course. These statistics here, Trader View. So this is my statistics for the year so far. Well, actually, this is September. So not ideal to just look at September just right based on 1 day's trading. If I look at the year so far, I've targeted myself on to have a 7-figure year. I've targeted myself on 100,000 a month, which is 5,000 a day. I'm currently over goal, so 5,300 is my average daily gain. I should have been 800,000 at the end of August. It's the 8th month of the year, so I'm over goal on that as well. My statistics in terms of accuracy, percentage accuracy, is really good. 67, well, basically 2 to 1 on the accuracy. If I look at win-loss expectation here, you'll see it better. 2 to 1. For every 2 winners, I have a loser. Same thing in terms of expectation. I've got 1.8 versus 900, and that's it. Again, it's a 2 to 1. So I'm pretty much on point with the ratios across the board, and having a really good year. I'm happy with that. But if you're not using TraderView to log your trades and to analyze your trades and just find out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, I would recommend that you do that. If I look at days and times here, you'll see that my best month ever was last month. Prior to that, my best month of the year, not quite my best month ever, which was May last year, but July, prior to that, June. So I'm on an upwards trajectory this last 3 months. Not going to do that again in September, simply because I took some time off, and worthwhile time off. I feel a lot better for having taken that time off. A lot of good things came from that, so I'm happy about taking that time off anyway. I'm ahead of the goal for the year, so we've got a 70k target for September, and if we get that, it should be in a really good place. Come back to that. That's TraderView, not to be confused with TradingView, which is a charting tool. Check this out. If you're an absolute novice, zero, download TradingView or go to tradingview.com. It's a freemium product. You've got a lot of functionality for free, where you can do charting, analysis, and learn how to plot, learn how to read the price charts. The platform that I'm using is Dash Trader. Now, it's not Dash Trader that I'm using. It is the capital markets version of Dash Trader, but each to their own. So on the back of that, I will end the stream, I think. We're done for the day. Mullen, I'll have a look at Mullen Motors before I go for you, Mickey. So Mullen is at 53 cents. It's actually dropped a little bit. 53 cents at the moment. ATR of 0.2 cents. But yeah, it certainly did, Alistair. But okay, with that, I'm going to end the stream and bid you all a good rest of your day. I will be back later for Power Hour, and I'll see you then. So Power Hour will be from 8 p.m. at Dublin or London time, so that's 3 p.m. East Coast or market time. I'll be back for Power Hour later. I'll be doing the trade recap a little bit later on how we got that 5k today, and I'll see you all later for Power Hour. If you can't make Power Hour, I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens, which is 8 a.m. market time or East Coast New York. It's 1 p.m. here in Ireland, and also in the UK, 2 p.m. on the continent of Europe if you like frog's legs or tapas. So I will see you then, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks a lot, guys.